Hello everybody, how you doing? My name is Luke and welcome to this new series I want to kick off. And I'm going to be playing a bit of Uncharted 3 multiplayer gameplay in the background because I was really clueless what to play, so I decided to throw up Uncharted 3 because, I haven't played it in a while, and you'll be able to tell I haven't played it in a while when you see this commentary or this gameplay in the background. So yeah, the series I'm kicking off now, I'm starting today, is basically like a top 10 kind of series. And what I'm going to try and do is I'll let you guys pick a topic. It could be gaming related, or it can be about a particular topic in general, like, I don't know, like for example today I'm going to be doing the top 10 games, and you could do something else like top 10 movies, or top 10, I don't know, artists and music, or whatever you want to do, and if I like the idea of it, I'll do a video on it, surely. And yeah, so today I'm going to do top 10 games, and it was kind of open to any console really, but it's mainly consisting of PS3 games because it's a console I've had for quite a while. And yeah, if you think some of these games were deserving of being in this list, then you can leave in the comments below. If not, again, leave a comment below. But as it, I can obviously say to you, it's my opinion purely. It doesn't mean your opinion could be right. But you know what I mean. But everyone else has they're entitled to their opinion. If you don't think one of my games is good enough to be on the list, then by all means put your own top 10 out of 10 list in the comments. You might have a different console of choosing. So maybe Xbox users would have Halo, or PC users would PC users would into all those World of Warcrafts and all that stuff. But yeah, it's purely my choosing anyways, and it's just off my experience of gaming in general. So yeah, I'll start off with the top 10 list anyways. So starting at number 10 is the Infamous series. Not just the one Infamous game, it's the two games stand side by side, and there is a third one coming out very soon as well, but we don't know much about that. We have a bit of gameplay, but yeah, Infamous is it's a PlayStation 3 exclusive, or a PlayStation exclusive should I say, and it's about this guy named Cole McGrath, I presume, or I've forgotten his name, God, Cole McGrath, yeah, that's it, definitely. And he starts off as a normal person living in a town, then there's this big explosion, and it causes havoc in the city, and he gains from this devastation superpowers, and these superpowers are mostly electrical powers, and he's pretty much a superhuman. Like, he can just mow through enemies, and he shoots lightning through his hands. It's like a free roaming third person game, and it's quite good. I'd say, like, the first one is very good with the story. The second one is also a decent story. It's an improvement on some of the mechanics that they used, and there was also like a level creator feature in the second one. So hopefully they've made lots of improvements for the third one, and I'm very excited to give that one a go. But you know, the old money is the situation in that case. So yeah, that's number 10. Number 9, this is a game on the Nintendo Wii, and that's Mario Strikers Charge Football. And the reason why is probably because it's the game I pretty much played on the Wii. It was like, I had the Wii for about maybe 3 or 4 years before I got the PlayStation 3, and it was essentially the only game I played. I played online multiplayer for a long time, and the way the multiplayer worked was every week it would reset the leaderboards, and you would have to gain points by winning matches, or if you drew a match you got points, or if you score goals you got points as well. And I got to the stage in Mario Football where I was ranked number 7 in the world. So yeah, that's how much I played it. So yeah, it was a very enjoyable game. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a Mario Football game. It's a twist off what you'd see on an ordinary Mario game, and it's quite fun to play, especially with the very violent mechanics they use in it, for example, the Hammer Brother. If you don't know what they are, they're the guys with the big hammers in Mario. and they would like pound a hammer into the ground if they had the football and smash any player that was underneath it. that's just only one of the wide examples. There's a lot of them. There's like just it was a very well done game, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's why it's on my top 10 list. And number 8 is Little Big Planet, another big idol for PlayStation. Little Big Planet is a game where basically your mind is your limitation. You can create literally any level or any kind of any level for this game that like your mind can come up with. It's literally endless, and it's a platformer game, and some of the stuff I've seen on the community is absolutely amazing. Like, some people really do put their work into the game. Like, I personally am rubbish at making levels, but playing them is quite fun. It's like playing Happy Wheels on PC. But yeah, that's a fun game too. But like, it's quite amazing to see what people can come up with, like, in the community. Like, these like game devs are putting in these levels, and then the people making levels are outdoing their original levels, which is quite crazy. So yeah, that's why it had to be in my top 10. It was no questions asked there. Okay, moving on. Number 7 is well, one of the games. Like, it's a game series, and you're seeing the game on the screen right now. It's the Uncharted series. The reason it's only been on number 7 is because I haven't played every single Uncharted. Like, I haven't played the first one. I haven't played the story yet on this one, because I got stuck at a certain point and I just stopped playing, and I haven't come back to it since. And I was meaning to come back to it, but I never did. But Uncharted is a third-person shooter, as you can see here. This is just the multiplayer, but like the story is quite good as well, and I'm quite a story-driven gamer at the most part. I do enjoy a good multiplayer experience as well, because it keeps the game going and functioning longer, so you don't like get bored of it. So yeah, it was quite a good story, and it was fun to play as well. The campaigns are always very good, and there's a new one coming out in the PS4 maybe in the next year or so. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring for that, and hopefully Nathan Drake is back again once again. And yeah, that's number 7. Number 6 on my list is Far Cry 3. And I literally just finished this game about 2 or 3 days ago. Finished the story mode, that is, and I was really impressed. It's a very well done game. Like, I didn't really expect like it to be as good as people were saying, but yeah, it really was. It was very good. It's a free roaming first person shooter set on an island that you've traveled to with your friends, and your friends go missing. And your primary objective when you start the game is to go and find them. And you know, in a game like that, if you're like going through a long journey, you know something's going to happen where it's going to make a change and the story's going to get more intense. And that's where it gets really good. And there's just one mission in it that I adore so much that I'd probably play the game again just to get to that mission. And yeah, that's why I put it onto my top 10, because it was just a game that just shone to me very quickly. I took spark to it very easily, and yeah, I had a good experience of it. I'm probably going to still play it to keep going for the trophies and all that, because I'm a trophy hunter, massive trophy hunter. But yeah, I'll move on with the list there. That's Far Cry 3 at number 6. Number 5 is a PS4 game, and I think it's the only PS4 game on my list, because PS4 is a very short range of games. But number 5 is Outlast, and if any of you've seen my live stream, I did an Outlast live stream about a month ago now, let's say, at least a month ago. And yeah, it's a horror game set in first person mode in the abandoned asylum. And it's called Mount Massive Asylum. You play as Miles Upshur, who is a journalist, and he's going to this asylum to investigate this abandoned asylum, like as you do, you know. And I didn't really get this. I didn't get this to the story too much, but it was because more of the fact that I was scaring myself shitless from all the people running at me. But like, that's it's quite natural, I think, on your first go. You probably play back. Like, I'm going to play back it again. Play it back again to get what the story actually was. But yeah, it's quite a horrifying game, and I really did enjoy it. Like, it doesn't scare me anymore because I know what to expect, but at the time it was quite scary. It was like the scariest horror game I've ever played, ever. But yeah, it's the best PS4 game I've come across at this current moment in time. So yeah, it definitely had to make it at least number 5 on my list, so that's why it's there, bang on number 5. And moving on, we've got at number 4 we've got BioShock Infinite, and this game came out March last year, I think, this time last year, yeah. And it was probably one of the most anticipated games of the year, and it's a another first person game set in a city in the sky called Columbus, and you play as a man named Booker DeWitt, and he's going up to Columbus to get this girl named Elizabeth. And it's more of like playing across the line of bring us the girl, wipe away the debt. So it's basically saying that this guy's in debt, so he has to pay off to get this girl. And yeah, the story gets really good. The graphics are amazing, and the actual like look to the game just felt beautiful. Like the sights were amazing. Like seeing like everything in the clouds was just it looked really nice. I love just watching like some of the little scenes where you're like standing still and you're traveling on like a boat or something, or like one of those little sky ships or something like that. But yeah, even just looking at the kind of just the gameplay of just moving around like automatically was just beautiful. It was a great game to play, and the story was quite a mindfuck as well. So yeah, I had to definitely add my list. Number 3 is the only Call of Duty I've put onto the list, and it's Call of Duty World at War, and specifically on the PC, not on the PS3, simply because custom zombies. I can't really say too much more there, because PC version of Call of Duty World at War has the feature of custom zombie maps being brought onto it. So essentially, people make their own zombie map, and they put them online, and people download them, and you can play them for free. But it's such a brilliant idea, and it's still being used today, 8 years after the game's been released, which is quite impressive. And it's actually really fun to play, and like people, and once again, the community, like I mentioned with Little Big Planet, the community is just absolutely amazing that's making this stuff. Like they made maps that have new Call of Duty weapons in it, like Ghost weapons, Black Ops 2 weapons, Modern Warfare 3 weapons. It's pretty good. Like I'm amazed at what some people can do when they put their mind to it, and that's why I'm feeling very good about like the game community in far into the future, like in the next 20 years maybe. So yeah, Call of Duty World at War have to make it onto my list because of that. It's like pretty much the only game I play on PC at this kind of moment in time. So yeah, moving on. Number 2 is The Last of Us, and this game came out shortly after my birthday last year. I got it on my birthday money because like, it was just something I wanted to get, and it was really hyped for a long time, and there wasn't an awful lot of gameplay shown either. So it was very anticipated, very hyped. It was probably my game of the year for 2013 because it was so much fun to play. It was like this, once again, the story just drew you in, and you like had these like fondness of the characters, and like just the intensity of like the zombie fights, and then the fights with the bandits and the soldiers and everything. It was quite an experience to play. And then they released a story DLC as well, which I'll hopefully get up to at some point if you're interested. And that was quite good as well. It was the story of Ellie and her friend in this like little journey through a shopping mall together, and just, you know, it was just nice, the little small story, and it was a nice little touch to the game, and it was the only story DLC coming out, so it was a nice bit to finish off again. But yeah, The Last of Us number 2, and hitting at number 1 is not just a specific game, but like the game that kind of shone throughout the game developers' time making games is The Walking Dead, and pretty much all the Telltale creations. So yeah, this game was made by Telltale Games. It's based off the comic book series made by Robert Kirkman, which is The Walking Dead, which is also a very popular TV show on on Fox over here in Europe, made by AMC, of course. And well, this particular game is set in a world like capturing the comic in a kind of graphic style, so like an animated version of a comic, but also making its very own story off the comic. So like maybe they had a little bit of Easter eggs related to the show in it, but they didn't actually like go on about the show. And Telltale are very fond of their episodic games, and they do 5 episodes of each game. So from the first episode to the 5th episode, I was drawn to the story. Like I had so much like emotional attachments to the characters, and seeing characters die and seeing them get hurt or whatever just like drew me in even more. So it's simply why I voted as my #1 game at the moment. Like the new episodes is out now, I think, actually, and I'll have it up soon, very very soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a go. And The Wolf Among Us as well. That's another game that's continuing this year. So yeah, that's my top 10, guys. If you agree with it, then leave a like, and if you don't, leave me down the games that you thought should have made it into it. But yeah, I'll leave you with that, guys. My name is Luke, and take care, everybody. See ya.